Oh, good evening, everyone. It's been a busy day. I tell you what, time's been flying by today. Had some gorgeous weather today. We're going to see nice weather again tomorrow, and we're going to have more humidity. If you haven't been outside lately, temperatures are still in the 60s out there, so we already have this warm air and the moisture in place 2 days before this threat of severe weather comes our way. So that is a bit of a concern. We're going to have to continue to monitor this very closely. The biggest uncertainty I posted on Facebook earlier, is we don't know exactly whether or not we're going to see this development of supercell thunderstorms late in the afternoon Thursday across northern Mississippi. And if we see that, they could move into northwest Alabama during the afternoon hours, and those would contain the potential for a higher end type tornado than what we're faced with right now. With that squall line, we're looking at a low end tornado threat. We're going to get to that in just a second. Here are your weather headlines. We've got overnight storms tonight. No severe weather tonight. May see some pea-sized hail, and some of the storms have been very electrical early this evening, but we're getting breaks. So we'll see rounds of this. Warm and muggy tomorrow, and severe storms becoming likely as we go late into the day on Thursday. Here are those temperatures I mentioned, still in the low 60s. We're going to go 57 for the overnight low. A few thunderstorms out there overnight tonight, and that may not be low enough, and may not be high enough for some areas. We stay in the low 60s tonight. 68 to 70 tomorrow. Rain should be gone by 9 o'clock. If it's not gone by 9 o'clock, it will be soon after that, as we see milder weather tomorrow. Now here's the graphic I want to show you. This is for the squall line moving into the shoals right around 6 o'clock, racing to the east at about 50 miles an hour. So with this speed, it could move into the Huntsville metro area an hour earlier than what I have on here. And this is something I'm going to continue to adjust, and I'll adjust it again tomorrow as we get closer to Thursday evening. Of course, we'll really zero in this, but as I mentioned earlier, it's really hard to tell whether or not we're going to see anything develop ahead of this main line. So between 9 o'clock and midnight, areas east of I-65. Here's our primary threat, the low-end tornado threat along that line. If we get line breaks and bowing segments within that line, and then we've got the wind threat, most likely 60 to 70 miles per hour. So I'll break this tornado threat down for you, and we're looking at this greater threat here over northern Mississippi, west central Tennessee, and northwest Alabama, and it's still the lower end. So the greater end risk of the lower end type threat, and then the damaging wind potential is going to be fairly widespread and dependent upon where those line breaks do form. So just keep that in mind when you look at these graphics. Hail, really not a threat. Flooding, we may see a quick round of an inch and a half of rain, but that should be about it. Here's how everything's going to come together. This is Thursday afternoon. This right now, 1:30, is really the uncertain period, and we're going to watch that northwest corner of Alabama, northeast Mississippi very closely. We'll see some thunderstorm development there, then quickly a line will form, and whenever you see a narrow line like this, you can always count on the potential for some high winds, and by 8 o'clock, we've got that going on from Florence down to Russellville, racing eastward by 9 o'clock, moving into the Huntsville metro area, places like Decatur, Harvest, Monrovia, Hazel Green, Meridianville, Huntsville, Madison, Priceville, and Hartselle, and by 10:30 it's all the way into northeast Alabama, Scottsboro, Fort Payne, Albertville, Rainsville, and Grant, and that will continue to move to the east for the rest of the night. Quick look at your 7-day forecast. We're looking at a 30% chance for the showers early in the morning tomorrow, 75 to 80 degrees for the high on Thursday, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, things quiet down. I'll have another forecast for you coming up tomorrow. Jeff Castle's got the next forecast update beginning at 4:30 tomorrow morning on WFF 48 News Today.